Thanks for joining us on Noche Le NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. D.A. David Aldridge is on our sideline. D.A., it's all yours.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough, but that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Avery Bradley, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Now here's LeBron. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, powerful presence on the court. It's hard to match James' strength inside.
Westbrook passes to House. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from James. Outside, Green. Bradley against Westbrook. James left side. High post try, and it's good for 2.
Powerful, yet effective. James has always done a lot of damage from the mid-range.
To the paint. And Davis sends it back. And James throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. A slow start here for Houston in this one. 6-point game. Here's Harden. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Wow, Kevin, I mean, we all marvel at the offensive game of Harden, don't we? I mean, he's excellent at taking advantage of these in-between spots on the floor.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. House kicks to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now here's LeBron. We saw him with 29 points last game. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by LeBron James. Launches it. Tucker can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
When you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Now, here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
and equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Now here's LeBron. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Davis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Dwight Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Bradley. Rockets trail by 9. Here's Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And here is James. James Harden getting it to go from deep. LeBron can't get it to go. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Gordon, the pass to Westbrook. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Davis. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his idol, LeBron having success in the movies as well.
No one better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue to entertain.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caldwell Pope's checked in.
Oh, it's big when Rivers connects from outside. Really helps space the entire floor for a squad.
Passes to Davis. Shoots over Carroll. And Davis gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rivers against Rondo. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 5.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And LeBron throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 7. They kick it out to Green. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, and LeBron throws it down.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Caldwell Pope against Gordon. Takes a 3. And that one released in time, but no good.
And whenever Caldwell Pope is on you, his length is going to be on your mind. You're going to be looking in that rearview mirror, just so good at positioning his body and not fouling on his contest.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays, it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. And it's James in at the small forward position.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
The Lakers with the ball after the Rockets pick up 3.
You got to be in awe, James, an offensive juggernaut. It's caught fire here tonight.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Gordon with no one around. No good with the triple. Lakers leading by 8. And the pass to James. 14 feet away. And that one off the back of the rim and in. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. Pass to Gordon. Beyond the arc. Rebound the Lakers.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot that should ever be given him. Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Rivers passes to Gordon. Shoots it. Another miss by Houston. Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And Davis throws it down.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. Devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? He's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Morris comes in for LeBron. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Outside, Covington. Here's Westbrook. The Rockets with another miss.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
And that one's good, Caruso.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Had they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. You know, he and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies when Grant started his career off in Detroit. And to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden, who got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
House kicks to Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got his second bucket.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Lakers.
Here's Cook. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And the Lakers lead by 18. Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound, kicks it out to Harden. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Here's the three, but they recover it. Covington finds Westbrook. He tries for three. Another miss by Westbrook.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Pass to Caruso. Here's Cook. It's rebounded by Houston. Covington's got 5 rebounds tonight, and the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Avery Bradley in for Cook. 40 seconds left in the first half. Passes it to Tucker. Harden dishes to Tucker. Back to Harden. No one near him. And the jumper is good. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Bradley passes to Howard. They kick it out to Green. Here's Morris. Outside Bradley. Green up on top over House. And there's Green on the assist by Bradley.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Here's House. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 23 points and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
The Diaz-No shot is stopping James when he gets that low in that position. He's too big, too strong in the paint. You got to foul him.
And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Money well spent. And for his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, LeBron.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided. Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape it.
Now here's Bradley following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That'll be his second foul of the game. LeBron outside. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for Houston. The Rockets really having a tough go here. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Harden outside. And Davis pulls it down.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now here's Westbrook. Bradley with some nice D.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And the dunk by James.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
For Houston, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Here's Westbrook. No good, unable to end this run.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Now a timeout called by Houston. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
Two of the best. Players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan, for me, I know as a fan, for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Rivers, Green breaking loose. Rivers can't get it to go.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Kuzma. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Outside for Davis. Off target from outside. And for Houston, they're shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. They get it back. Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That shifty, unpredictable, herky-jerky nature of Gordon's game, it allows him to get to the line. The D never knows exactly how to guard him.
Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
A free throw good from Eric Gordon.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Anthony Davis, and LeBron subbed in for Danny Green.
All James needs is just a little room. You got to go over the pick every time, or else he's probably going to burn it.
Rivers scanning the floor. It's stolen by Rondo. James left side. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Here's Rivers after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Here's Green. The Rockets again can't hit.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Count that one.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Rivers against Rondo. Green breaking loose.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Clearly a foul.
The Rockets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Houston making some changes. Daniel House comes in for Green, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. He hits the second from the line. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
And here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Fires it up. Good as the jump shot falls. McLemore's got 5 now.
And that's what McLemore is known for best, his sweet, soft jump shot.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Come on, guys. Come on. Play our game. Play our game. Get into them. Play our game. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. We got to settle down.
You can tell he doesn't think his team is playing like themselves.
And they aren't. They just seem a step slow at this point, and Coach D'Antoni is just trying to energize them.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Markieff Morris. He's out there with LeBron James. Bradley is out there with Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Again, the Rockets score.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was going in.
LeBron outside. And they pick up 2. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Westbrook passes to House. There is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Daniel House. Harden comes in for Ben McLemore. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good, Caruso.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, indeed, like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee comes in for Markieff Morris, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Bradley. And there's the pass to Caruso. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Top of the key, Dudley. For three, Caldwell-Pope. And another three for the Lakers.
And Caldwell-Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Shot from 12. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Harden.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous two games with.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
McLemore's checked in for James Harden. The Lakers also with a sub, Avery Bradley. He's checked in for Alex Caruso. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And stolen by Sefolosha. And the first one drops.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Now here's Bradley. Kicks it to Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Dudley. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Kicks it out to Bradley. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Dudley finds Bradley. The baseline jumper goes down.
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.